So first we had that never Trumper comedian, one of the worst Trump derangement syndrome sufferers online, coming up and saying that, well, actually, I may vote for Donald Trump. And yesterday we had Chris Cuomo, which is also open to voting for Donald Trump.
It's if it's Biden, Trump. Look, for me, again, we survived a Trump administration. Would we survive another one? Yes. Yes. I don't think there's any greater risk to America with him than with Biden. And for people who are now going to attack me and say, what are you talking about? Trump is like this crazy man. Well, look, as Patrick says, the data is the data. Nobody was trying to kill us when Trump was president in a way that they're not now. If anything, there's more hostility. And you can have reasons for that any way you want. I'm just saying, existentially, I'm not afraid of a Trump presidency. Existentially, I'm not afraid of another Biden presidency.
The reason that I find this hilarious, that he has to say existentially, is because this is the narrative that the news station that he worked on, the Cloud News Network, CNN, was basically telling the American people that Trump is an existential threat. In the upcoming elections, they were saying that he's going to start World War III. They had like these titles on newspapers. It's like a dark day for America. Dark times are coming. Dark fascismus is on the rise. People will create racismus on the keyboard. Good people on both sides. They were pushing for this moral panic for his entire presidency. And now Chris Cuomo, who was basically like, okay, well, things are getting really bad under Biden. How can I justify to my listeners that I'm actually open to vote for Trump? And he has to go for like more than a minute to try and debunk the idea that, well, actually, it's not an existential threat. I mean, I know my network was saying this for the last for the entire 4 years that he was president, but it's not really like that.
Because, unlike many people in America, I believe that the country is much stronger than any individual leader. We survived the Russia thing. We survived January 6th. We survived having...
Now he needs to go through the Democrat talking points. Notice how it's like, it's not like we survived the inflation. We survived the gas prices. Like, think that the average person is actually affected by. The average person doesn't live in the Capitol building. The average person was more affected by the lockdown policies, by the money printing, by the protesters that were burning down entire neighborhoods. Notice when you had BLM burning down entire businesses, there was, in many places, there wasn't any police presence. But the very moment that they went to CNN, there was a line of police officers defending a building, right? Like that's very interesting. Because I understand, it's like, oh, well, why are you defending a building? It's just a building, bro. Yeah, apparently CNN had strong defense against Antifa, against BLM. But for some reason, like these talking heads, and Cuomo is just one of them, but like these talking heads, they believe that the average person is more, or should be more, concerned with what's happening with the elites than the actual issues that genuinely affect them on a daily basis. Like the fact that when they go grocery shopping, it's incredibly expensive. But in some places, they don't even have where to grocery shop. Because the Democrats passed legislation, like in California, which makes it very difficult for store owners to stop shoplifters. Like they make it illegal for the cops to chase shoplifters. They wanted to pass another legislation. I didn't actually follow through to see if they passed it or not. But they wanted to punish even the store owners for hiring security that has guns. Like literally passing legislation that favors the shopkeeper, like the shoplifter. Like if I was a shoplifter representative and I wanted to get in control of the government to pass favorable legislation for shoplifters, I don't think I could do a much better job than the Democrats already do. Like, I would be, well, there's nothing else to do. Like, they already passed all the legislation that I wanted. Short of decriminalizing shoplifting. So My point is, like, these are genuine problems that affect the average person, regardless if you're a Democrat, regardless if you're a Republican, regardless if you're rich or middle class. I suppose if you're like the very wealthy, if you're like some of the richest people in the United States, that this thing doesn't really affect you. But the overwhelming amount of people, regardless of political leanings, the issues that I talked about is affecting them. And they're not talking about these. They're like, oh, well, we survived January 6th. I mean, congratulations, I suppose. I don't think like your life was ever in danger. Again, it's just a building, you know, like that actually literally is just a building. Like, even if it was like a genuine insurrection, which it wasn't, right? Like the idea, I do believe that the U.S. president, when he said that if you want to take on the government, you need F-16s and stuff, right? So even if like the protesters would have been able to clear out the building, the lawmakers could convene in a different building and still reinstate Biden in office. Like, this is not how you do an insurrection, just by taking over a building. You need the politicians on your side, you need generals on your side, you need the military on your side. Come on. You know? But I guess, like, this is what the CNN has been saying over and over and over, so now he has to debunk it and say, well, it wasn't that bad, we survived it, and we can survive another one.
Biden as a gaffe machine. We survived Congress going after each other and doing nothing for the rest of us. We survive these things. Are we better for it? No. Should we be doing things differently? Yes. I think it happens. I don't know when. I don't even know why. But, you know, in terms of who I'm going to vote for, I would really have to see where we are at that moment in time. And
so you're open to Trump vote?
I am always open. And I'll tell you this. People say, oh, bullshit, you've never voted for a Republican in your life. Wrong. And not only have I, the first vote I ever cast was for a Republican.
So my interpretation has to do with this.
If it's Biden-Trump, look, for me...
If it's Biden-Trump vote, right? So you notice that a lot of people in the media, and I'm talking about opinion influencers, news anchors, they're basically saying the same thing. Like, if it's between Trump and Biden, I would vote for Trump, or I'm open of voting for Trump. I don't think they're endorsing Trump. I think they're trying to signal to the Democrat Party, hey, put someone else on the ballot. Like put Newsom on the ballot, put Michelle Obama on the ballot. Just put someone else besides Biden. This is the message that they're sending. I still think that they would vote for Biden, unironically. Except for Anna Kasparian. I generally believe that Anna Kasparian is having enough with the Green New Deal, because now it's starting to affect her. But besides Anna Kasparian, no, I do not believe that these individuals actually support Trump. Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.